trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Traquan Smith, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down,
Burrow will throw. That's brought in downfield by London. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London,
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
and the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push upfield is strong defensively.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to, and if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs happen to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
There's Chris Olave. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 7-7, our score after 1.
At the Falcons' 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Flip your phantom.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we go. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
11.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow.
And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow on first down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right,
I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 41, Burrow. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
A gain of 15. And the Falcon first down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape for 1st and goal.
Swift will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A good pickup there, 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 9 now. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the at the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, caught by London. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Taken down by Pete Werner. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. What's good on the extra point? And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Burrow. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw once more on second and 10. Burrow, that's caught left side to tight end Pitts. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They run out of the gun with Swift. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score in this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try to get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions.
Now, touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1, ready?
in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week.